Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. I'm Michael. In this video, I'm here with Tanisha. We're laying down in the bed and we are having a discussion. So the family have blew some cool breeze from way. We're having a discussion. By the way, guys, the time is very hot. Very, very hot. Depending on where you're watching from, tell me about the climate in your area. I know Jamaica for sure is hot at this time of year. Alright, so as Mr. Tanisha is here, so I tell people every time.
Hello.
And we are just laying down and we're thinking about loans in Jamaica. You know, we can see quite a few loan places have come about in the last 20 years or so. You know them. We call them the microfinancing institutions in Jamaica. We're not talking about the established commercial banks and credit unions, but we're talking about places such as WorldNet, the Access, those places, right? Quite a few of them have been here in the last couple of years, and I think a lot of people can say, well, they are doing a lot of good for the Jamaican masses, but I am going to show you how, if you are not careful, how these loans, and by no means it is only these places, you know, but I'm just using these as example because of the rate of interest that they charge their customers. I am a, what you call it now, I am a victim of this loan system in Jamaica. So when I speak with a level of conviction. I speak from a background of knowledge, so I know what I'm speaking about. This video is for persons who may have loans with these institutions or persons who may be thinking of getting into loans. So watch this one. Share it with your friends and family. Share it with your friends and family, people. And comment if you have anything to contribute towards the topic, and also like the video. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Say you want $1 million Jamaican dollar to borrow from one of these institutions. Their repayment period range anywhere from around 3 to 7 years. You get that? You heard that right? 3 to 7 years. Now, the lower the repayment period is, the smaller the percentage of the interest. So for example, if you take it on a 3-year period, you may pay 40 to 50% interest. Anywhere above 5, 6, 7 years, you may pay as high as 77, 78% interest. As I say, me know, you know, because I am a victim of this phenomena in Jamaica. And when I say victim, I mean say I went into loan without doing my due diligence, doing any research. And one of the things, guys, I can tell you, the worst thing is when you are desperate. When you go into a loan, when you want to borrow money and you are desperate, you're in a situation where you can't negotiate and you just need the money now. When you are in that position, that's a no-no. You are already at a disadvantage. And I was there, and so therefore I took some money, borrowed some money, and when I borrowed it, I realized that, look, it was one of the worst things I ever did in my life, right? And I still regret it today. So, as I say, you can pay up to 77, 78% interest. Imagine you borrowing, let me put this in perspective for you. Imagine you borrowing $1 million chin. And you are asked to pay the million, which is the principal, plus $780,000 worth of interest. As I said, depending on the repayment period. If you want it longer, you go more the interest. Even if you go take it at 3 years, you may end up at 50%. So you may end up at $500,000 interest. That is still too high.
Yeah,
it is ridiculously high. And that is why these places, if you realize that these places, they will text you, they have a predatory behavior. They will text you, they will email you. You see me the amount I'm gonna get email from them, right? Every week, every month, right? They will text you, they will email you, they will call you to come and take these loans because they know it is their bread and butter. They are high interest and they earn a lot of money from it.
They're setting up you as well.
Yeah. setting you up. Imagine, guys, if you want to build, because these banks and these places, they are building true wealth for themselves and their family, while they are sucking you dry. That's what they are doing, So they are sucking you dry to build wealth for themselves. Imagine if you could say you're a teacher or a police officer, and you could sacrifice and forego one of these loans, right, where you're paying these exorbitant interests. What if you invested that money in a high interest facility, like one of those things that they have at JMB or one of those institutions, Sagicor, all right, you buy into real estate and so forth. What if you would invested that money, that 800 and something thousand for the next, over the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years? You could have earned maybe twice your money, 1.5 times your money. And that is true wealth. That is building true wealth for yourself and for your family, rather than short-term gain. Because frankly, these loans, when you take these loans, they are really short-term gain. We're going to say like, look, you need the money because we need it for maybe bury my mother or bury my father or bury a family member, or you want to buy a car. People take loan for various reasons, but these things could be foregone. You could forego it. You could say, look, I'm going to wait. I'm going to save. Right? And if you want to buy a car for $1 million, let's say buy a car for 600,000, 700,000, a little bit less. Because honestly, people, with this type of behavior, I see nothing in the future but poverty for my Jamaican brothers and sisters. If you can borrow $1,000 and end up paying back $800 on that $1,000 as interest, to me, that is just crazy. That is just crazy. And sadly, we have a lot of people in Jamaica who's doing this. These people calculate the loan on what they call a straight line method in Tanisha. So if, for example, them tell you that your repayment period is 5 years, and you're going to pay X amount of money per month, it is calculated on the flat line, so you must pay it. Even if you default on the loan, you must pay it. Because what they're going to do is they're going to sell your loan to a debt collector, and then the debt collector is going to collect on their behalf, and you'd have to pay even more. And a lot of people, when me know, forfeit on their loan and can't pay it, and then some of them claim for bankruptcy and run away and left it on the people who then use as their guarantor.
Some of the people them borrow the money, them know them not going to be able to pay it back, but them still borrow it because them know them plan. A lot of people out there do that.
I know personally somebody would do it, run away,
knowing that they're not going to pay it back, and then left you in a distress. We're going to stand for them.
Yep. So people, my advice, I know back to school is around the corner. Most persons are already shopping. We are now approaching August. Today is what, the 30th of July? Yes. So we're approaching August. August month in a coming. If you go to most of these microfinance institutions, when you go into their offices, especially in the August month, you're going to see a lot of teachers, a lot of police, a lot of nurse, a lot of ordinary Jamaicans, right? Looking loan, seeking a loan to fund their back to school and these things. And even to buy a car and to buy a phone. Hey, it's crazy, Jamaican people take money take loan for a variety of things, including buying phone, including going to party.
Me just not gonna say people take money for go on a party. Me don't know all that necessary.
You see it? So we have to wise up people. Put some thought into what you're doing, because whatever you're doing now is going to affect you in the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years to come. And it's going to have serious consequence, because if you don't pay it, these people are going to sell your loan to debt collectors, and debt collectors are going to come and they're going to get you. Trust me, you can't hide from the system,
You're going to be embarrassed.
And you're going to be embarrassed, right? And sometimes you may find yourself behind bar.
Yeah.
So think about it. As me say, you're going back to school now, you have to smart about it. You don't have to buy 5 suits of uniform. You know, so the children have all uniform. Let them wear back all uniform. Those are you who uniform can fit them. That's how you go.
But if
you can buy 2.
If you only can buy 1 suit, that is okay.
Fresh him up for September morning, 1 suit.
So the first morning,
good,
nice.
And then down in the week you can mix up the old one them again, right? The bag may stay away. Maybe you can wash it properly. Maybe one type of material you can dye. You know what I say?
Yeah.
You dye it. You have to be smart. You have to be thrifty. You have to be creative, guys, in these times, You may want that phone. I tell you, I think a thing with me, guys. I bought a phone the other day, for good money, $60,000, right? And when I bought it overseas and came to Jamaica, and it never did work properly. Sent it back, got back my money, even though I get back 5,000 or less. And when we do, I buy a cheaper phone, a substantially cheaper phone, right? If me tell them the price of the phone, them I go laugh, so I'm not tell them. But it was substantially more affordable than the $60,000, and I could have most of that money, that $60,000 remaining in my bank account, that I could use now to offset certain costs, to buy food, to even buy back to school stuff and certain things. So you have to be smart, you have to be thrifty, you have to think ahead. You know, have to buy the latest phone. Because me knows that the latest Galaxy right now are nearly 200,000-300,000 Jamaican dollars for the latest phone. But at the same time, the phone that I bought and the one that I'm using right now, even though the screen crack up, can do 60-70% of what your phone can do.
Yeah.
The camera maybe not that posh and nice, but it still can do a lot.
Yeah.
Still can do a lot.
And even some people, you say $60,000, you spend a lot of money. A lot of people would say $60,000 is not a lot of money to buy a phone, because for them phone have to be like 100 and hard.
200,000, 300,000.
So
yeah, but it is what it is. As me say, my thing that I'm adapting is, if you can't buy 2 or 3 of the thing, you really can't afford it. So the phone for $60,000, if me never have $180,000, 36 or 18, yeah, if me never have $180,000 in my disposable cash, I really couldn't afford it. If me buy the phone for $60,000 and then me say, boy, I'm broken, I can just buy one phone, I really couldn't afford it.
True.
What me really needed to do was to buy a phone for $20,000. You understand? And people, they are smart way to do things, You know, have to buy a phone in Jamaica, because phone can be very expensive in Jamaica. You buy it online, right? You can buy the refurbished phone. You can buy a second-hand phone, just like when you buy a second-hand car. You can buy a second-hand phone, because me can tell you, when the latest Galaxy come out this year, by 2-3 years time, it is going to be significantly less in terms of the cost of it. But guess what? The phone is going to be still good. It can do 70-80% of what the newest one is going to do. Don't it?
Yeah.
So there's still life left in that phone, and other people, them change them phone every year, every 2 years. You can buy one of those second-hand phones. You don't have to go and buy a brand new one. You don't have to buy a brand new car. We are in Jamaica. You don't have to buy a brand new car. Buy a second-hand car. You can buy up to a 10-12-year-old car that is reliable, especially if a Toyota, Honda, or Mazda. Those are 3 most reliable brands. You can't buy any one of those vehicles. I have my car at 2008, people. 2008, and it is absolutely reliable. My car don't give me no problem. Every time I go in and turn the key start, and the car me go anywhere I want to go. So that is just that. People, you have to be thrifty, you have to be smart, you have to be very, very adaptable and creative in this time, because things are only going to get worse. And if you don't put your finances in place and, gather up your eggs and make sure so you diversify, you think you're going to be in problem. Me, listen to me when I talk, because me I tell you, say I am one of those person. You have to look at every dollar. 70%, 50%, 40% interest rate of interest is ridiculous. Especially with even the credit card. The bank can run me down in a chain. You're there and you see. Up to recently, yesterday the bank, I mean I call which bank, but them and run me down if you give me credit card. And people might say, if you have a credit card and you pay it off every month, you're not going to have a problem. No go so. You still going to have a problem, because I can tell you, you're going to know that you have your credit card, you're going to see things that you want to buy, where if you never have the card, you wouldn't buy it. Because me can tell you, one of the things when you have cash, people, the psychology of spending cash is different from when you have card. If you have $10,000 cash in your pocket, Tanisha, and you say something and you say, if you buy it with the 10,000, you're going to broke tomorrow. You're not buying it, But you say if you have a card, you will buy it.
You're quicker for you.
You're quicker for you, because you're going to can't pay it month end, but if you have the cash, you're not going to buy it. So studies have shown that when people use cash, they tend to buy less, and they tend to manage it more, to manage their money more when they have card. So if you have a credit card, you're going to find yourself spending more money. And you're going to say, yes, you're going to pay it off. Yes. And you're not see it.
You just swipe that.
You just swipe that.
And spend.
Yeah. And especially now when you have to swipe a card, you just click. You just click online when you're buying online. You know what I mean?
Just like that.
Just click purchase.
That's true. I believe in that.
Yeah.
When you have the money in your hand, when you look and say you're going to spend all 1 5 grand out of your 10 grand,
You're not spend it.
No, sir.
You're not spend it.
You're not going to spend
But
it.
when you have a card, you will spend it. So therefore, that your people are going to spend more when they have card.
I believe so too.
And guess what? If you are one of those persons who have credit card and you pay off your bill, why have a credit card anyway? Just use a debit card, don't it? Yeah? And people might tell me, oh, you're going to earn rewards and you're going to earn points. Man, little bit of reward. You have to spend how much money if you get the little reward. It's bullshit, a trick. A trick, may I tell you. Right? And when you look at the credit card interest rate in Jamaica, they are from 48 to 52, 53%. That is ridiculous. Just imagine if you owe $100,000 and you have to pay $51,000 if you're late. Extra, you know? That are just interest alone, you know? $51,000, you know?
That's ridiculous.
Oh God, man. And the credit card people, them love when you default on your loan, you know, man. They love when you don't pay, you know. That's why them tell you to pay the minimum balance. So every month you can carry a balance because the minimum balance you pay, and you're paying these ridiculous interest rates rather than having your own cash. Cash is king.
Yeah.
And people may know say everybody not gonna do it, you know. Not gonna be able to do it, but I can tell you one thing that I'm advising you to do. You should just sit back and just do some research. Just invest in, you know, money knowledge. A lot of video on YouTube where you can go watch, because that's how I get most of my knowledge. You know, watch channel like Dave Ramsey channel, a lot of them. The next guy in here, one name, that Indian looking guy there. We watch him sometime. We watch Nisha. You know, these are the guys. These are the people who will watch, because trust me, we can't just continue so. And the bank, just like all them say politicians love when the voters are what we call the electorate are illiterate and can't read and write because they don't make good decision. It's same way the bank love when you are financially illiterate. The bank love people who are financially illiterate because they can use them and abuse them. And as me say, the banks in Jamaica and these credit facilities, them have this predatory behavior where them call you and then target you. You understand me? Tell them about the experience where they have.
Like how the bank will text you since we can ask if you don't want $65,000.
Yes, they fix my leak in the roof. Who tell the bank to my roof a leak? Now you call your roof you have a leaky roof, you have problems, get the $65,000 until payday. We then call payday loan. Ridiculous. Remember you there tell me about when you did go to work and hear people talk, you know, tell them what they mean say.
Oh, when I was at a workplace and I heard the manager telling the workers them that their target is $37 million for the month.
Jesus Christ. You hear them a plan to take out the money to people in pocket?
Yeah.
Huh?
And they might work
towards it. And that including now calling off your phone, telling you that they have these ridiculous deal where you can come in and pay $0 down and blah blah blah. People, madness. You have to come out of the matrix. I tell you now. You have to come out of the matrix.
I was so shocked, you know, when I heard the manager telling the workers them that I said, Jaja, as so much money them decide to target for the month.
All right.
$37 million.
See? People, it's rough. But may I tell you, with a little knowledge, with a little know-how, with a little research, we can make better decisions. Leave out the loan. Stay away from these loans. It is better to sacrifice and live like nobody now, so that later on you can live like nobody. Dave Ramsey. In the words of Dave Ramsey, famous YouTuber. Alright guys, thank you very much for coming by.
Peace out.
Yeah man. And let us continue the discussion in the comment section. Comment, as me I tell you, these loan facilities in Jamaica, they are ripping off their customers, and Jamaican people are going to them blindly like a sheep, like a lamb to a slaughter. They're going into them blindly. Some of them don't even know the amount of money that they're paying back. Imagine you borrowing $1,000 and have to pay $700 or $800 upon it. Man, that is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and it is getting these places rich while digging out the poor.
And you are getting poorer.
Poorer and poorer.
So you trap yourself with pay loan place every month. stress out yourself. But a lot of people not really knowing it. They just gladly take the money and then don't do the research to find out. So you have to just educate yourself on that.
True. And as we say, most of these places, they love when you come to them. They don't want you to go to the bank because they're making it easier for you comparing to the bank, some of the banks. Because some of the banks will tell you, say, you need that or you need a credit score of that. These places, they will tell you, oh man, you don't have to worry about that, man. We don't have to do no credit check. We don't have to do that. But that's what comes with it. The rate of interest. The high rate of interest. I could say the exorbitant rate of interest. Alright, guys. Peace. And as I always say,
remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Alright. And as we always say, it is not in gathering the most, but is in sharing the most that the most is received. For Home and Garden Fix and Tricks, I'm Nigel. Peace.